Today we will be making a mulberry hollow form with a walnut lid. Watch many videos where masters apply various expensive waxes, polishes, and lacquers after 800 grit to give the piece a shine. We will try to do without unnecessary expenses and achieve a shine that is just as good or maybe even better. This particular piece of mulberry has spent over 2 years in the cellar and has dried very well without cracks or other defects. In general, among all fruit trees, mulberry handles drying the best, and when dry, it turns exceptionally well. It's high time for me to replace my Forstner bits. They've become dull and, unfortunately, are beyond sharpening. Now, instead of cutting the wood, they burn through it. I've noticed that with prolonged drilling, the wood inside heats up so much that it starts to scorch, and the shavings falling to the floor are already smoldering. Be careful and vigilant. You wouldn't want those embers to ignite after you leave the workshop and cause irreparable damage to your property. I recently bought this flashlight on Amazon. It came in a 2-pack for just $10. It's a very convenient and inexpensive tool. It has a built-in rechargeable battery and a magnet that sticks perfectly to any metal part of the lathe. This allows you to avoid messy cords and attach it exactly where you need it. It makes working with hollow forms significantly more comfortable, as you can constantly see what's happening inside. Let's move on to sanding. Many turners dislike this task, but no matter how clean your final cut is, you will have to sand eventually. I believe even Stuart Batty, with his unsurpassed technique and 440 ball gouge, starts sanding at 120 or 180 grit. If you try to sand a perfectly clean cut, starting directly at 240 or 360 grit, tiny lines, even just 0.1 millimeters deep, will immediately appear, and the human eye will clearly distinguish them. So, like it or not, sanding is unavoidable. The real question is how to make sanding effective rather than just a waste of time and effort. I start at 80 grit and gradually work my way up to 4000 grit. The key requirements are using a dust extractor while sanding and wiping the dust off the workpiece with a soft cloth or microfiber after every grit change. I won't dwell on this for too long. If you're interested, you can watch my previous video on proper sanding techniques. After 4000 grit, I don't apply any finish to the piece, yet I achieve a shine comparable to using polishes. I've tried applying polish after 4000 grit, and I noticed absolutely no difference. Today, I won't be applying oil to the hollow form itself, only to the lid. When you sand up to 4000, you burnish the wood grain so thoroughly that it practically stops absorbing wax, polish, or oil, creating a similar visual effect anyway. While oil can slightly shift the wood's color, the change is negligible at this level of finish. When applying oil, you can slightly alter the wood's color by using different tints, though the change is quite subtle at high grits. I encourage you to try sanding your work thoroughly to 4000 grit and see the result for yourself, then compare it with surfaces treated with polish, wax, or oil. I suspect you'll find yourself using this technique to achieve a natural shine quite often in the future. For the walnut lid, we are sanding only up to 240 grit before applying walnut oil. Since the pores are still open, the wood soaks up the oil, significantly deepening its color. I specifically chose to oil the lid to create a bold contrast against the bright, shimmering yellow of the mulberry body. I hope today's video helps you save a bit of money without compromising on the quality of your finish. As always, likes and subscriptions are a wonderful bonus for me.